Welcome back to Unstable TV! And you're through to Irish Couple Reacts. And do stay tuned because this happens every week.
So if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you!
So, we have got quite a few suggestions for this one, and we appreciate all you guys and gals in the comments section suggesting this to us. Danielle, tell us what's going on today, please.
So, we are going to watch how North India is different from South India.
And without further ado, we'll jump straight into this for ourselves and you guys. Let's go!
Hey Tribe, Prisha here, and I'm sure a lot of you are already saying that she hasn't travelled all over the north and south of India. How would she know what the differences are?
Well, she knows her audience
From a little
anyway.
bit of the travel that I have been recently doing, and if you've been following me on my social media handles, then you would know where all I have been. These are a few of the very stark differences that I have noticed. After all, this is just my opinion and my observation. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you in the comment section below as well. All of you from the east and the west, sorry for ignoring y'all, but this is about someone else.
Ooh.
But I also think
Don't
that
have
your
shade.
opinions would be very objective, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. Because after all, our friends from the north and the south, what they have to say, it just might be a little biased. To get a scale of the distance between the northernmost state and the southernmost state, it's the distance between France and Nigeria or Canada to central Mexico.
That's a lot.
So if the distance is
Hey,
going to be
F
this
on
much,
scales, man.
there are bound to be differences even though they belong to the same mother. Yes, there are major differences, especially when it comes to food. The churidar versus the Kanjivaram, Hindustani music versus Carnatic music, the lush mountains of the north versus south, and plenty of misconceptions like the color of skin. But hey, these guys, they're from the south, and these guys, they're from the north. The difference between the two has a historical foundation, and if you take a look at this video, then you can see that the south of India was colonized very few times. The Chola kingdom and the early Pandya dynasty, they ruled for a close to almost 1,000 years. Under stable governments, culture, art, architecture flourished. And that's why if you look at any of the dance or paintings from India, the older schools were always found in the south. The north, in the meantime, was constantly under attack, and different empires would rule and erase the previous empire's contribution. When I talk to people, I find that they think of India's history in very blanket terms, of the British, the Mughal, the Marathas, the Rajputs.
That's what we
But
know.
from this video,
Yeah.
you can see that India, especially the north, was ruled by many different empires. While the Gangetic plains were fertile, they were also easily accessible through the Khyber Pass. The south, on the other hand, equally fertile, but accessible only by boat. A lot of the boats that did land there, they were merchant boats and not led by armies. With trade came an understanding of other cultures without having to call them masters. Now here's a story that will blow your mind, especially if you've just joined the tribe. People have a tendency to believe that Islam came from the north, but the very first mosque to have been built in India during Muhammad's lifetime was built right here in Kerala. The king of Kerala had heard of Muhammad and set sail to meet him. Even though he didn't manage to convert to Islam, he did promise Muhammad that his people and his followers would have a place of worship right here in the south.
wow.
And
How about
that's
that?
where the first mosque ever got built in India. This mosque, it still exists in India. So understand that the British did not give us Christianity and the Mughals did not give us Islam, but it's the merchant vessels that brought these religions to Indian shores.
Ah,
Even though
damn.
the south did get colonized before the north, the British were very focused on Delhi and Bengal. Yes, they did have centers in Madras, but their relationship with the kings of the south was less disruptive than the north. People from the north were constantly moving from one place to another, while those in the south were allowed to stay, and their roots were deepened even more. Now we all know what happens to deep roots. It makes for the foundation for a really strong tree. Why is
That's
it that
a good
Kerala and Tamil Nadu are spotlessly clean as compared to UP, MP or Bihar? It comes from education, it comes from culture, and it also comes from having a deeper sense of belonging. People from the south are deeply affected if their natural resources are depleted, and that is why some of the jungles from the south are richer and greener compared to the north. The north of India,
answered
it
my
has two
question.
sides to its coin. Because of the constant upheaval that is taking place, the energy, it's always new. There is a survival instinct and a warrior spirit that does kick in, which makes it a little stronger. So compare America to Europe. It's young, new, flashy, and always trying to impress. In our case, Hindi movies, with its obviously northern influences, becomes the barometer for pop culture in India. Yes, southern movies have caught up, but in today's day and age, it's still easier to watch a Hindi movie in Madurai than to try and catch a Tamil movie in Mathura. So I'm going to end this video with 2 points. I could have spoken about women's safety and thrown a whole bunch of numbers and figures at you. Yes, it would be a very good barometer of a society's progress. But at the same time, we have to understand that Kerala, it was matriarchal. Women over there are much more educated and therefore more empowered. But honestly, this is another whole topic and it could be a whole video by itself. Because they have more peace, different religions are able to exist with one another, and they're also less suspicious of each one's intentions as compared to the north. You could generalize if you wanted to say that South Indians are geeks and North Indians are loud. But in the comment section, let's try and learn from each other. Let's talk about the good and not really focus on the bad. After all, we're all cousins from the same mother. I'm really looking forward to the conversation that is going to start in that comment section below. Don't forget, there's all my social media handles that you can reach out to me as
If
well.
people in the comment section are going to be like, oh, this is wrong, that's wrong. She did say at the start as well it was her opinion and her observation. So there is going to be things that you aren't going to agree with and that aren't going to be 100% either. But let us know your opinions about what you think about this, because some of the history there I didn't know, did you?
No, of course, do go check our channel out, give our like, subscribe, share, all that good YouTube stuff. This was this was a big one for us, so we do appreciate everyone in the comments that was telling us to get around to this. This did answer a lot of questions we were wondering about, because we had conversations back and forth with people in the comments about North and South. They were telling us to check this video out for a while. It's on the list. We're here now. She answered a lot. There's a lot of stuff I did want to know, and she did explain it clear, as Danielle was saying. A lot of it is her opinion. So, what did you think?
I liked the way she explained the differences between why the North got taken over a lot more than the South did.
Yeah.
It makes sense. That's landlocked.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more opportunity for different countries to come into it.
Yeah.
And the length between the North and South is huge. So it does make a lot more sense for countries to come in and take over a little bit of the North.
Yeah.
Rather than try and take over the whole country. Because it's close.
Yeah, I kind of thought, oh, yeah. That was always going to happen, unfortunately. There you go, there's a blooper for you. Stan just fell in on top of us there. Obviously, we shouldn't be talking too much about landlocked North and South. The good point, I was looking forward to hearing it. I'm glad she did address it, because it was something I did want to know, because no one could really give a straight answer, which was fair enough. I don't expect everyone to be like the encyclopedia of the world. But about where the first mosque was built.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And I like the way she touched base on it wasn't the British that gave Indians Christianity. I like the way she was like, there is a stigma attached, because
it just kind of stories and stuff were kind of passed over time.
Yeah. I like the strong sense of culture that one side had built into the foundations of everything they had built, along with it showed how much a better rule flourished culture. Of course, I know it's an opinion, but do tell us your point of view in the comments. We want to know what you guys think of this, and if there's anything further you want to expand on this, please do, and have a chat with us down there. We're always open for the topic of discussion, and we will talk back with you guys.
Exactly. And we will shop ourselves out of this.
So as always, you are the beautiful people of YouTube, and we have been Unstable TV.
So drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of this reaction video. And if you have any suggestions for us to do, let us know too.
And as always, we will see you in the next one. Bye.